On May 15th, 2022, Gregory Rodriguez, a guard at CCWF, what does that stand for?
California Correctional Women Facility,
ordered a 30-year-old woman in his custody to come to a hearing room at the prison facility. He told her there were no cameras in the room and gave her an ultimatum. What was the ultimatum, bro?
Either we gonna have sex in here, or I'm finna write you up, and this write-up finna consist of you getting a longer prison sentence, losing your privileges, and solitary confinement.
Listen, we already know personally how this goes. You get in California, I think you get 85% of your time you can do. So you get 10 days a month if you stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
So if you get written up, that means you gotta spend the whole bid instead of what you can make up and get out early for good behavior.
But he was so nasty about it, he was trying to hit him with add-on charges. You know, you get caught with certain type of drugs, cell phone, weapons, and certain write-ups that would send you back to court as a whole new charge. You know what I'm saying?
Give you another year or two.
Another year or two, man.
Which means you're gonna have to be with this same sexual predator for multiple years to come.
So she was pretty much feeling helpless, so he pretty much took advantage of the lady, and she is like one of out of what, over 20 different ladies who came forward and was like, hey, listen, he been doing this for over a decade, and the question is, how was he able to do this for over a decade and shit just not coming to the light? You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, when it did come to the light, this man got charged with over 96 charges
of sexual abuse.
96 of them. That's crazy, bruh.
For over 10 years, over 96 charges of sexual abuse, and it took 10 years for this to come to the light on this man.
And this is going on in America. So just imagine what's going on in these third world countries where there is no structure, there is no rules, and it's basically the military running stuff in some of these countries. You know what I'm saying? There's no police or nothing correctional officers. You got military officers saying, hey, your parents need to bring you food to eat, or you don't eat in jail, you don't eat in prison.
You know what I'm saying? We know the answer why that nothing happened, because these women, they pick on the vulnerable ones who ain't got no help. They really ain't got no voice,
no support system.
You know what I'm saying? We've been in prison, so we know how it is. You write a DR, or not DR, but you write officer up, what usually happen? They don't get nowhere. It usually go right to one of their buddies, or it just go right to them. So they don't have that type of help. And government surveys estimated that about 3,500 women get sexually abused in prison yearly by prison staff and officials. And in the federal prison, like 2/3 of the federal prison women get abused in. Like, nah, come on, man.
So we need to do a statewide investigation, man.
They need to do it, man.
A nationwide investigation. You need to start taking like all the female camps and see what's really going on and start holding officers accountable, man. Yeah. Because there's a male officer that we had to come together on the compound and write him up for sexually harassing inmates. And this was a male officer doing this to other male inmates. And so I could imagine what's going on in a female facility.
And all that happened to him was he just got transferred from that facility to another facility. So that shit is crazy. And like since 2014, it's been over hundreds of write-ups from inmates to the people about what's going on. And out of all that's going on, only 4. Since 2014, only 4 correctional male officers working in these female facilities has been charged with anything.
There's 3,500 cases of abuse a year, and only 4 since 2014 has been charged.
Man, and one of them dudes is old freaky ass Gregory Rodriguez, 55-year-old. You know what I'm saying? What talking about?
He ended up starting back in 1995, and I believe in 2010, he was 27 when he started. In 2010, he finally went to CCWF, right?
Yep, the female facility.
2014, this is when he actually had a consensual relationship with a female inmate.
This is when all his BS started, right here. You know,
and it went on for several months, but you gotta think, there's so many eyeballs on the compound. You can't escape nothing. I don't care if it's in the middle of the night. These dorms holding 70 to 70 people, you know what I'm saying? Someone gonna see something. So guess what? Inmates start talking, and when the inmates start talking, the police find out, and the police start talking. Well, this man's starting to bring this one female that really is supposed to be his so-called girlfriend.
He bringing her street cosmetics, alcohol, tobacco,
jewelry,
underwear. He taking her to all these rooms that's off cameras, like the chapel, the clinics, the mental health building, behind the work exchange dorm, and they
anywhere there's no cameras, he's taking her and smashing.
And he was doing this shit blatantly, letting everybody know, like, yeah, this is my girlfriend, and she like trusted, but like, okay, yeah, this my man because she's getting these stuff, you know. And as an inmate, that's a blessing to get street stuff, you know what I'm saying, food and all this stuff. So they had a little relationship going, and it went on for how long? From what, April to September, until another officer stepped in.
And ended up telling on him.
He snitched. Don't know why he snitched for, either jealousy or hate, but he snitched because it's the law. How the law go for that again?
It's still considered abuse because you cannot have consensual relations from an officer to an inmate. It's no such thing. The law says any sexual relationships between an officer and an inmate is considered abuse.
Yes.
Point blank. Period. You ain't getting around it. That's what it is.
So that's why the other staff member stepped in and he actually snitched. So ISU got involved, and the whole prison did an administrative investigation to see what was going on for over familiarity and a sexual relation between Officer Rodriguez and said female inmate. So
but things had turned kind of ugly real quick, right? Because he panicked. And he didn't want to lose his job. So we're going to show the picture of this inmate too, man. I mean this officer.
The inmate picture was not shown.
The officer.
Freaky ass shit.
So he ends up basically saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. And she trusted him, but he panicked and basically was saying with his fist, you're going to do this. Yeah, and started abusing her physically. Yeah, so abusing her physically.
He started grooming her on what to say, on what to do. This is what you're gonna do when they question you in an investigation. So like he said, he actually trusted this dude. But then he just went from night to day, started assaulting this woman and let her know this is what you're gonna do. So she was pretty much terrified for her life. She had nowhere to turn to, nowhere to know what I'm saying. She felt fully trapped. So during the investigation, the ISU, whoever did the investigation, came out and pretty much said it was her fault for this happening. Yeah. That she was behaving unaccordingly, and she pretty much manipulated him into this. But by the law, an officer and an inmate cannot have no consensual relations, period. Yeah. If they have any type of sexual contact, it's considered abuse on the officer.
And he didn't get charged with nothing.
He didn't get charged with nothing. He pretty much walked free, and she got sent to the SHU, which is the security housing unit, the solitary confinement, to where you is locked down 24/7. It's so bad in the SHU that they literally have a mental health person walk from cell to cell daily. Hey, are you okay? Hey, are you okay? And this lady spent months in there by herself until she was finally shipped to a prison further away from home.
So I know this for a fact. This is why I would never, because I had a couple opportunities to smash a female officer when I was locked up, and I didn't take it. They said that's what I got moved to the, I don't know, because I got moved to the West Unit for some BS. But this might have had something to do with it, but I never even touched her physically. We was just getting very close, you feel me? And next thing I know, I'm getting moved to the West Unit for some BS, right? So, what usually happens is they ship you. And if you got it sweet or you finally get comfortable, you done got set in, you know the image, because ain't no one gonna sit here and tell you, I don't care where I go, I'm a gangster and blah, 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 blah. Every camp you go to, your chest gonna be like, damn, I gotta do this all over again. Right, There's new people, new criminals, people cutthroat, trying to creep up on you. You gotta go through all this mental warfare. It is. So no one wants to get shipped.
Nah. And plus, she was close to home at that time. She got shipped further away from her people, you know what I'm saying? But and the shit so crazy, because once again, the law state, an officer, an inmate, a prisoner of the United States cannot consent to any type of sexual relation with an officer. So she was fully the victim, no matter how you twist it or turn it. he was supposed to have been charged, fired, in trouble for sexual abuse according to their law.
This how these police be sticking together, man. Like they just.
But that sticking together don't even make no sense. You did it, bro. You have to face the consequences, but somehow they went against their own laws, their own rules, and she the one that got in trouble.
Which is not uncommon.
It's not uncommon at all. And you know, say she got shipped. Then when all the other prisoners on that compound seeing what happened was like, damn, how that played out. You feel me?
But because it did something to him psychologically. He said, guess what? I can really try whatever I want with these females now. So he tried to, you know, do the regular 1-2 finesse just to conversate. Hey, you look good, you look beautiful. Try to get them like that, you know what I'm saying?
He was doing fake call-outs to get some of these chicks to come to like these rooms off camera. So go ahead, go ahead.
But the females weren't going for it. So he started power tripping.
Big time.
He started power tripping. And we already know, majority of these people that get in these camps, when they get control like this, they go on power trip. So, and something already messed up with Buddy. You know what I'm saying?
He probably wasn't getting no screwage on the street, so he took advantage of these chicks. You know what I'm saying? So when he started power tripping, he went from trying the girlfriend route again into, hey, listen, fuck that. If you don't give me this whatever, give me this cat, I'm finna write you up. I'm finna make your life a living hell here. And these females hand tied, like, damn, I gotta do my time. I ain't got nobody to reach out to. Look what happened to the last one.
Yeah. So either they know he gonna get away with whatever because they gonna stick together, all these police officers, and come up with a story. Because think about it, an officer told on him for having a relationship with this inmate. And I bet she got fired.
Most likely.
Or demoted, at least if she was a sergeant. Or transferred to another camp. So I guarantee some type of punishment happened to her for speaking out on it, right? Yeah. And you know why? Because there's probably other male officers smashing females too. So they like, she gonna tell and flip him. We don't want her to flip us. Send her to another camp. Cause it's how it goes, bro. It's how it goes, bro. People be trying to protect themselves and their little circle, their little group that they have in there that be abusing inmates and stuff. So guess what? He started putting down on these females. I'm gonna give you some more charges. You're gonna spend longer in prison. You ain't gonna see your family, your kids, cause these grown women now. This a female facility. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna make your time here living hell.
Yeah. Or you could go to this box like this other chick did, where mental health got to check on you every day because it's some crazy situation, right?
Pretty much.
He stepped down on them.
So these ladies have become full-on victims, and it's pretty much. It got so bad. One chick, she pretty much came out and said that when she first got there, so Officer Rodriguez groped on her, like so blatantly in front of everybody. So she was saying she was petrified when she finally got to the dorm, and she was like, the other chick was like, hey man, what's wrong with you? What you tripping about? So officer was touching on me and so. It got so bad. She said the other two women was like, oh, that's just him. Don't even worry about it. It's just regular now. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call power tripping. Then you had the one lady came out.
He's sick, bro.
Sick. Then you had the one lady came out, who one of the charges right now came out and said she was called to the BPH building, which is a
parole hearing.
Parole hearing meeting, but it was about an early release.
That's what parole hearing is, to be able to get out early for good behavior.
So she going to this building expecting a whole board there with people gonna be there about this early release program, but when she get there, lo and behold, it was freaky ass Officer Rodriguez sitting there waiting on her like, yo, what's up? You know the drill. And I guess you know she was sexually assaulted.
Yeah, you're gonna get down and lay down.
And then you had the other chick who he also on trial for, to where she lost a family member, so she was able to go to the chapel to make a privatized phone call. Usually the chaplain is the one that lets you come to the chapel. You can get this
phone call, yeah.
You can get this phone call home with your family and talk, cause you don't want to talk in front of all these people in your dorm.
Yeah, if someone passes away in your immediate family, your mother, your father, the chaplain will really call you out to the chapel, to the little church, and put you in his office and let you talk to your family. Because that's very depressing. We don't want nothing bad going. You need to know everything that's going on, right?
So when she get up to the chaplain to get to the phone, Lo and behold, Rodriguez sitting there was like, go ahead. You could use the phone, call your family, see what's going on. So she said she, of course, took the opportunity to use the phone, talk to her family to see what happened. And she was distraught. She started crying, whatever. Phone call ended, and she was like, before she could even finish crying, he was on top of her like, hey, you already know the drill. So, but don't even, man, but it was sick, man. You know what I'm saying?
No remorse.
At all, man. At all. Then you had another chick, for one of the other cases, she come out and said, I confided in Officer Rodriguez and told him about my drug abuse problem. You know what I'm saying? Whatever kind of drug she was on.
This gets crazy.
It's get crazy. So he pretty much told her, so, all right, cool, I got a...
Strips, by the way. Suboxone strips to be exact.
You see, yeah, I got a play for you. I'm going to bring you some Suboxone strip, which is a drug that's supposed to help people with addiction if you let me smash. So she was like, she really just wanted Suboxone, so she said, okay, let's do it. So they smashed, but she never got a Suboxone strip, but he ultimately brought her some heroin.
What?
And she OD'd and was hospitalized. And the list go on and on and on and on. I can't even remember all the thinking of them all.
96 charges this man is facing for sexual abuse on women.
For over a decade long.
This has been going on for over 10 years. He is finally facing trial right now. He's finally facing trial.
I want to see this outcome. Oh man, another chick came out too, and she was like, she went to the warden himself and tried to tell him like, hey, I really just want to get checked for STD and to see if I'm pregnant. And the warden told her, if we go through with this, you know you're in trouble because you're admitting to a sexual relationship with somebody, which is against the rules here. So she got spooked and said, never mind.
Think about it, she got this man a baby in prison.
Or she might have had an STD, but not even the warden wanted to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy. But that's freaky ass correctional officer Gregory Rodriguez.
He ain't officer no more.
He's locked up. He's facing trial right now. We're all watching intently to see what happened, and we'll definitely give y'all an update on how that turns out.
I'm gonna tell you why this is mind blowing for me, right? Because being at a male facility, right, a male prison, female officers pick and choose who they want to smash. Not all of them, but half of them do.
Of course.
They're around a bunch of men with testosterone that treat them with respect. Finesse game is, babe, you sweetheart, Kim Kardashian looking, but they really looking like, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
Beards and mullets, and they real country cornbread women out there, right? Because prisons don't be just in cities, they be in the most hillbilly country town there is. So they hire whoever they can get because it's always understaffed anyways. And then they get a lot of attention from a dude and they be going for it, right? So, in this perspective, I can imagine the same thing for a female prison, right? A male would come there and there would be females that would say, I don't even care. I just need some, you know, eggplant right now. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
And
type shit.
Whether they're bad body or fine female inmates, I guarantee it's one or two that would literally just give it to him.
Of course.
Think about it. He had an actual consensual relationship with a woman in there.
I know it will, man.
So he just got tired of trying to figure out who would sleep with him and just said, I'm tired of trying to figure out this. I'm going to just start putting down on him. Which is crazy because he could have got some for free, but he chose to go the crazy route and use these vulnerable women. This man should get bammed on his head.
Big time. Big time. And get sent right up the road to where he can see how it really feel. Because yeah, that's just crazy. We know it's women in there who just want the eggplant.
And this just adds to mental health. People getting out of prison, you wonder why they so messed up. Look what the hell people got to deal with.
And you talking about, you got government surveys that's telling you there's been 3,500 accounts of sexual abuse yearly since 2014 in the female prison system in the whole United States. So, I mean, come on, bro. And nobody ain't doing nothing about this? And you only charge 4 people so far.
Dang.
4 people. I can't even do the math. 3,500 times 10 was $350, man.
And it's only 3,500 that spoke up. that really had enough courage and heart to say, I can't let this keep going on, you feel me? I got a better life outside of here. I got some people still married. Just because you locked up don't mean you ain't married or have kids or a family that care about you, you know what I'm saying? And these are the people that probably got a support system like, no, I know they finna vouch for me. No, you dead wrong. Think about the women that don't have no one, because it's a lot of male inmates in the male facilities, they don't have family. Their parents done passed away, they ain't got no kids, they ain't got nothing going on in their life.
Just think about that, man. These people getting sentenced to 3, 4, 5 years. They got one thing on their mind. Getting the hell out of here as fast as they can. So if you tell these people, hey, I'm just finna get you more time in here, I mean, your hands completely tied. I can tell right now, majority, damn near almost, probably 99.6% of inmates would do damn near anything to get the fuck out right now. And to not catch more time, you feel me? So you can't really blame these women for saying, I gotta do what I gotta do. And then on top of that, you talking about them getting abused more, them getting treated worse while they're in prison, them losing their privileges, them getting sent in solitary confinement. So they really can't say no. There's no way they can actually say no and it makes sense to them. Shit really fucked up, huh?
Stay tuned in, man. After his trial, we're going to see what he gets convicted of, how much time he catch, what they really do. We don't know which way it's going to go because he was a correctional officer and these people always have each other's back. Hopefully it's enough evidence and proof, you know what I'm saying, that he'll stop raping women, because this is sick. Imagine if he gets away with this for so long in prison, he might feel like he could get away with this in the regular civilian world, you know what I'm saying?
So we're not saying that he's guilty because we don't know. All these are just pretty severe and strong allegations.
But he's facing 96.
He's facing 96. So all we're saying is if he is guilty, we're going to let y'all know and see if we can find out what happened to him when he go up the road. What kind of eggplants he catch.
Crazy.